What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Bonds Apartment YouTube channel. Of course, as usual, I am Luke Taggart from Bonds Apartment. You can find me on Instagram, obviously YouTube, and Twitter. First, I wanted to thank everybody for 400 subscribers now. Just hit that, I think, yesterday. So thank you guys for coming back, watching the videos. I'm glad you like them. Means a lot to me, truly. So thank you guys so much. I know a couple of the videos are well over 1,000 views. I think 3 of them, and I think even the Adidas review is at almost 6,000 views. So thank you guys so much for that. And yes, new addition to the collection, life-size Daniel Craig. I turned 30 this past Friday. Had a surprise birthday party my fiance threw me, and that was one of the gifts. And believe it or not, he made his way to the car pretty quickly because some random women at this bar kept taking him to the dance floor and making out with him and getting black lipstick on him. Needless to say, he made an exit pretty early into the night, but yeah, so get ready to see him in all the videos. So yes, today's video will be a review on the Connolly Giubbino, the Connolly Giubbino Giubbino Jacket from No Time to Die. Let's dive into it. Let's take a look. So first off, right off the bat, you get this dust bag with it. They call it a dust bag, but obviously if you have bought a nice suit, you see, I mean, it's this full size with the zipper on the back. So technically, yes, it is a dust bag, but when you think dust bags, you think of shoes or handbags or whatever. But yes, this is considered a dust bag. You're supposed to keep it hanging in here. So obviously a nice touch. And I like how big this Connolly logo is on here. It's not just white all the way through or just no logo at all. It's front and center. And I like the way it's put together too. It's got some buttons on it so you can fold it, different things. Very, very nice touch. So before we get into it, I want to show you a couple more things that actually come with this when you order it. So we'll start with this. You get this little bad boy. So it is kind of postcard-ish, but says Connolly on it. But on the back, it actually says 007 logo with a little thank you. It says Connolly, England, exclusively for James Bond, which is, a nice touch because a lot of people that I have spoken to, especially with like the Omega watches, not a big fan of when the 007 stuff is just everywhere front and center. You still want it to be something you can wear every day where it's not just screaming 007. It's like you saw it in the film, you liked it, so you bought it. You didn't, I think the more 007 stuff that's front and center, it kind of gets a little cosplay-ish. So I like the fact that all the 007 stuff is kind of here, wouldn't have the logo all over it, but you'll see what I'm getting at in a second here. Your receipt comes in this little envelope with the Connolly logo. I think they do this to kind of make you feel a little better for spending an ungodly amount of money on something like this, but word of the wise, you don't feel any better. So let's get into the jacket now. So the jacket, like I said, comes in this little dust bag. Hanger not included, it's my hanger. And let's see if I can get it out of this friggin' thing. So one thing you notice right off the bat with this jacket, and I've seen other reviews on this jacket, a new addition is the actual 007 logo on the tag. That is, I'm almost 100% sure, a new addition. If it's not, lampoon me in the comments. I really don't care. I think it's new. I'm pretty damn sure it's a new addition, but this now includes a 007 logo here. But that is it. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm talking about it going from just kind of like a movie worn piece, something you saw in the film and you bought for yourself, to a cosplay thing. This is perfect. This is something that, for me, when I first got this, I was like, you know what, this makes it even more special to me because it's got the 007 logo and it's part of the film, it's part of the franchise because of that. But at the same time, nobody's going to see that unless you want them to see that. So there is that. So let's actually get into the jacket here, Daniel Craig. So let's get into the jacket itself. So I will be completely honest with you. When I first saw this jacket in the stills and in the film, I was a little concerned with the kind of halter it has. If I can step back here far enough, I kind of can't. It's not very long. You know, it's made to sit like right around or kind of just above your waist. So that to me, I was kind of taken back by. And of course, the jacket itself, the color, the linen material, it's exquisite, it's amazing. But for me, when I first saw it in the spy shots, I thought, of course, Daniel Craig looks phenomenal in it. Daniel Craig looks great in this, but he looks great in everything, and I was worried. I was like, I don't see myself looking the same. So then, of course, after No Time to Die came out and I saw it, I needed it, so we got it. So let's kind of dive in a little more. So of course, it's kind of like 50s style. You know, I feel like this was more seen in the 50s, especially with the lower cut in the waistline here. But each button has the Connolly logo on each button, even these buttons on these front pockets. The jacket itself is very lightweight, unbelievably lightweight. So if you're looking to wear this in the fall, maybe, depending on the weather, but you might be wearing something else over it, which would kind of be a shame. So this is definitely spring, summer, night kind of thing. These little toggles, these tassels here to tighten it around the waist. So in the film, you obviously see these tassels kind of hanging. So obviously, the more you tighten it, the farther down these hang. But when I first wore this, I tried doing it like he does in the film, just the one button and then kind of tightening these a little bit. That really just scrunches it around the waist. It doesn't do too much else. And like I said, with it being so short, when you start doing that, it starts to kind of get even shorter. So be careful with that. No pockets on the inside, if you were curious about that. This, like I said, is the only 007 branding. But overall, I mean, unbelievably beautiful and incredibly well-made jacket. Here's the back. Nothing crazy going on in the back. I want to bring this a little closer too, because if you can see with the material here, you'll see like little white kind of threads all throughout. My fiance pointed that out thinking that it was some sort of snagged material or something, but it's not. It's actually just, it's kind of, you know, it's not necessarily a weathered look, but that is, those kind of imperfections are supposed to be in this particular jacket. So if you order it and you see stuff like that, that is not a mistake. It's not something you need to worry about and send back. You know, you can tell it's blue, but if you look close, there are white stitching in there, and then sometimes you just get a little bit more in certain places. My biggest con, and really I think my only con with this jacket, is the sleeves. And the issue I have with the sleeves is they're a little baggy. Shout out to my boy at SIS Training Gear, Taylor. This is the Aston Martin license plate t-shirt. Unbelievably comfortable, and it fits really well. That's very important to me. And the neck is great too. Just side note, side review. The neck is great too. That is my biggest pet peeve. It looks like it's not because of the microphone here, which is probably going nuts, but use the code apartment, 10% off. Check it out. But anyway, so I threw the jacket on here so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about the sleeves. So we're as far away here as this microphone will let me go, but so you can tell, definitely a little short. Another thing I suggest, whatever shirt you're wearing, make sure it's just as short or you're gonna have to tuck it in, because I'm telling you, with a jacket this nice and from a brand like this luxurious, you do not want whatever it is you're wearing underneath to be showing, as you can kind of tell here. But the sleeves, when I said they're baggy, so all through here, completely fine. It's when you start getting to this area that, just for my liking, they're a little baggy, but it's more so this kind of barrel section here in the cuff. That's what I kind of call it. Just because the way that they hang, they don't hang very low. So when they hang up higher like this and yet are so wide, to me it's not my favorite look. So this is something that can be very easily tailored, which I'm going to do, but because I'd kind of prefer it to be a little bit more on that level. But, you know, so you can see the watch and the whole nine. But yeah, so for me, really the only con I have for it. But overall, glad I got this jacket. I'm a very big fan of it. I'm telling you, once I get these sleeves tailored just a little bit more to my liking, I'll be pretty excited to wear this pretty much anytime I can. Yes, it's a luxury item, so it's not something you're just gonna throw on and run to the mall with. At least I wouldn't, maybe you will, I don't know. To each their own. But the price tag, everybody's favorite thing. This, if you're in the US, is gonna run you, after taxes and shipping, about $615. So it's not cheap. And even after that, knowing that you might have to go get this tailored a little bit, kind of makes it that much more of a tough pill to swallow. But I'm telling you, you will enjoy this jacket. Very well designed, very lightweight. The subtle bond touches with the little card they sent you. One thing I didn't mention, the actual tag that hangs from the button says 007 on it as well. The 007 logo on the tag here behind the neck. It's nice to have something like this where it is an homage piece. It is something from the film. You can wear it and people won't necessarily know where it's from, but if you want them to know that it's a 007 piece, there is nods to 007 on this jacket. Highly recommend it. Thank you guys again for watching another YouTube video, another review. I, as always, am Luke from Bond's Apartment. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you very much.